Willie Waffle, wafflemovies.com on the line right now. Willie, good morning.
Well, good morning. How you guys doing today?
Okay. We're all right.
Okay. Not a great day. We're just kind of getting through the day.
Right.
It's the weekend. I just want to kind of survive. Please don't anybody come into my office.
6:51. 6:51 has already been a day.
Yeah.
All right, so you have, what, three... this is not your traditional time for the big movies to come out, right?
Oh no, this is summer dump time. This is when we have movies that we don't really have all that much belief in, and let's just put them out now, and maybe some kids are going to show up and watch them, or maybe you'll get desperate and you'll check out something you normally wouldn't, and yeah, that kind of describes these movies this week.
And let's start with Don't Breathe. Three kids decide to rip off a blind guy who supposedly has a large amount of money in his house.
Yeah, and it starts off very good. It's a great premise. You love the idea that we're going to have kind of this tense showdown between these kids in this house with a blind guy who, let's just face it, he's a lot tougher than just about anybody walking the planet. And that's, kind of where you find out, they got more than they bargained for. Oh, they're in over their heads. And you really do have Stephen Lang playing that blind guy as one of the most intimidating people you will ever run into. He's just great, and he barely has any lines. That's what makes it even better. But the movie strays from what gets it going. The movie kind of all of a sudden starts to go down these other paths. They try to add some more twists. They try to add some more layers. They just won't stop. I mean, the movie could have ended 20 minutes earlier, and I think you would have been a lot happier, because what they add just doesn't help the movie. We already have a very good, very compelling, simple premise. And then all of a sudden, we're going to try to make one of these people into the hero. We want them to be sympathetic. There's no one in the scenario who's sympathetic. Believe me when you see it. So I got to go 2 waffles for Don't Breathe.
Sounds like a good one, but it starts out pretty well.
Yeah, I think it starts great. It ends poorly.
Mechanic Resurrection is another. What is this one?
Well, this one just starts badly and ends badly. This is Jason Statham playing this legendary assassin for hire. He left it all behind, and now he's got himself a new girlfriend played by Jessica Alba. And that's when an old nemesis makes him a deal. He'll give him back Jessica Alba if he commits 3 hits for him. And, and then Jason Statham's off to do crazy things. And the movie, I think, really rushes the action. It starts off, I swear to God, like the first third of the movie is all about Jessica Alba and Jason Statham falling in love. Who cares? Who buys a ticket to a Jason Statham movie for the love story? Mm-hmm. Give me a break. So then you've got the best part of the movie being rushed, being pushed through. We don't see the plotting and the planning. I mean, a little bit. We get glimpses of it, but we don't really see all the intricacies that go into coming up with these ingenious plans to get rid of these other 3 people. Any one of these movies could have been a standalone film on its own, and it would have been a lot more fulfilling. They would have had more time to really explore everything, and they would have had more time for Jason Statham to kick booty, which is what he does best. I'm going 1 waffle for Mechanic Resurrection.
And this next one, I really was looking forward to, and I was hoping this was going to be good. Hands of Stone.
I think it's a movie that has its moments. It's the Roberto Duran story, the true story of the boxer who kind of rises up from Panama. He becomes a champion, and then he has a fall. And, I think it really should be more maybe the Roberto Duran story. I mean, it's the trainer story, Ray Arcel, played by Robert De Niro, and we get a whole bunch of stuff about his life, some of it very interesting, some of it who cares. You've got Usher playing Sugar Ray Leonard. Of course, the biggest fights of Roberto Duran's career were Sugar Ray Leonard, the first 2 matches, or the only 2 matches, and Usher is really good as an actor. I didn't know he had it in him. He's fantastic.
Wow.
He's smooth. He really made me feel like I was looking at Sugar Ray Leonard.
Wow.
I think that's an amazing thing. And, I think the movie it follows kind of a typical arc. And it's hard to say, well, it just seems too contrived when it's a true story, but we've seen this story before, so it's kind of like, well, what's different about Roberto Duran that makes it kind of stand out?
Yeah.
I'd go like 2 waffles for Hands of Stone.
All right. And, big names in this thing. I mean...
Oh, yeah. I mean, Robert De Niro, Usher, I mean, come on. It's pretty big.
All right. So, and at what point do I hate to be even saying this now, but we're going to be looking at the Christmas Blockbusters.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the next big season, right?
Is it really? Is that?
believe-
There's nothing in between?
I think in the next couple of weeks you're going to start seeing some Oscar maybes.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like you're going to see Sully coming out September 9th. There's a couple other movies in September that are kind of going to try to beat that Oscar drum. Once we get into mid-October, late October, then we're going to start hearing more about those big holiday movies. Although, yeah, you're starting to see the trailers, you're starting to see maybe a little bit of commercial activity, but it's really going to get annoying by October.
And what is the big one for this holiday season?
It's going to be Star Wars Rogue One.
Star Wars, okay.
With a Christmas touch? No. No.
Well, I don't know. The last time Star Wars tried to do kind of a Christmas touch, it did not go very well at all, people.
And just explain what Star Wars Rogue One is. What?
Well, it's kind of a pre-story. It's the story of what happened before we saw Star Wars, and these people who steal the plans for the Death Star and deliver them to all the rebels that we saw in that first movie. So it's supposed to have maybe some shocking revelations that will impact our Star Wars stories today.
All right, you seem excited. It makes me a little nervous. The way we've seen Star Wars in the past is it's been so long since the Star Wars movie came out, and now, look, here it comes. Who knows?
Well,
maybe this is going to be good. Every year, right? There's going to be another Star Wars.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to get a Star Wars movie every year. You're going to get Rogue One this year. Next year, you're going to get Star Wars 8. The year after that, you're probably going to get the Han Solo movie. Then you're going to get the third new Star Wars movie. Yeah, you're going to have one every year. They're going to be more prevalent than the Avengers.
All right. I'm not sure that I love this, but we'll find out.
Well,
right.
you know, it's all about the money, people.
No doubt about it. All right, Willie, good stuff. Before you go to the movies, go to wafflemovies.com. And, Willie, have a great weekend.
All right, you too. I'll talk to you later.
All right, got a break. Coming right back. Did WIBX.